Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Star Wars: The Clone Wars Republic Heroes, or something close to that name. Let's continue. Did we do this tutorial? Let's do it again. Let's do this mode. Tutorial is not the right phrase, but it certainly is the thing on my head right now. It's been probably over the course of 5 days to get this far in playing this game, and I almost guarantee that in the next 30 minutes we will run into another Yoda tutorial element. Alright, we got platinum. I don't feel like I was killing any of the flying droids at the top there. I mean, this is the first time we've used this this item, this vehicle, certainly, but where am I? I think I just jumped off and my eyes did not align. These guys don't jump very well, just in all. And they don't have a satisfying smash that you could do.
Watch your step. It's a long fall. Oh, I'm watching all right. And so are the droider Kung on the steps.
They're right on top of us.
We won. Is that any surprise?
A lot of checkpoints, a lot of walking around what feels like could easily have been just one long path from the beginning to the end of the game.
That, sir? We'd better check it out. Good. My legs could use a stretch. I think we should call it in. Way ahead of you.
Boy, was that abrupt. That was hugely abrupt in the way you ended there. And somehow the computer played better than me. According to the game, it's been 4 minutes to do that level. But for me, it's been 12 hours.
Sir, we found something. I'm sending the coordinates now. It looks like contact.
Rex, what's going on? Rex!
So, if the clone troopers get
I have his position. Let's go.
Get kidnapped and Anakin saves them, that would be kind of nice. What would it be interesting here? It's probably too mature of an idea for a kids show. It would be kind of interesting if it was what is her name, Sakura or something like that, Ahsoka. If she was determined to save the clone troopers, but Anakin said it's too dangerous, forget it, we'll leave them. And so then Ahsoka, yeah, I think that's her name, Ahsoka, but didn't listen to Anakin, and then Anakin decides to, like, kill her or something because of that. Because he acted with, like, cowardice or out of anger or shame, some element whatsoever. Boy, does it look like there should be something there. There's all these little collectibles, and I guess maybe we're just so far now away from, like, we're so far from that point where it would be entertaining to fight yet another group of the same droids, since it feels very much like this game is not completely finished. Am I supposed to go up here? Oh, that put me in an interesting position. Jumping against the walls is a little difficult, I suppose. You have to hit a wall that they want you to jump on, and then do that. And then if I want to jump down, I can't really do it, so let's just forget that. And instead hit this. Theoretically, I should have my maximum combo meter enabled. We needed about 5,000 points to do the ultimate damage. And so I'm starting to wonder if we may already have that. Like, cheats. We wanted continuous extra damage. We need 3,000 more points for that. I really don't need invulnerability. And then combat updates start to make sense after the extra damage to try to get some more abilities. But it does kind of feel also like we're going to... Is there a status or anything here? Like, apparently there's some kind of achievement style feats that would have been in Windows Live as achievements, games for Windows Live, which I don't even know if that existed. As I don't know if games for Windows Live had achievements. Well, I totally missed that. You definitely can feel that some levels are completely and utterly designed to just be...
It's been a few minutes since someone tried to kill us.
Very funny, Snips.
Die, Jedi dogs.
Was that all just for that joke that we did all this? It doesn't particularly look like there's any collectibles in these what are they called? Sewers? Maybe the 3 combo feature only works so much as if you get a combo, it will end at a 3 combo. Maybe that's what it does. So there are opportunities in which you won't get a 3 combo if you don't get any combos at all. Maybe. Yeah, again, it would feel like you'd want to run back here and run back here and get some collectibles. Nothing here. Break a chest in case there's something in it. Oops, I guess I was supposed to double jump on that instead of single jump. There's still way too much of that. Way too much of the game just kind of arbitrarily deciding whether you're supposed to single jump or double jump, or whether your jump is going to succeed or fail. Like, that's a cool idea. Certainly no real way to go back, so maybe with a lot of work I could double jump and get one more point thing, but who really cares? This feels like they're gonna try and convince me to play the game a second time, and it feels also like they're not going to succeed in that effort. And now that you've started to run into a significant amount of these elements, it becomes even less necessary to make sure you get every single point. Still seeing some inconsistent frame pacing, which I believe is what's causing the frame tearing, which is really just to say that whatever engine this was that was used to make this game,
Sky Guy, you realize we're being followed.
it's
One
not.
in front of us too. Just follow my lead.
And spring the trap. Sometimes you sound a lot like Master Kenobi.
Yeah, well, Obi-Wan Kenobi trained him. I guess it's a little surprising that LucasArts, the company that is a division of Lucasfilm, had any kind of engine to make a game like this, considering their main amount of work that they're most known for, at least, is point-and-click adventure games using the Scum engine, the script creation utility for Maniac Mansion. This is certainly not running in the Scum engine. At best, it might be some very, very modified version of the residual Residue engine, which was a 3D version of the Scum engine for a game called Grim Fandango. But I highly doubt that either. This feels much more like a Unity game. Straight up. From a time when Unity was less
I know.
optimized.
I found 3 of them on my own, back on Tatooine.
Well, that's one guy dead. Then that's another one guy got dead. Nice that they're introducing things, introducing new enemies, but they're going to quickly run out of enemies. Like, this is kind of it. These are the droid equivalents, I understand, of the red guards for the Emperor. That you see very briefly at the end of episode 6. Yeah. Like, you could have Count Dooku show up, and he's kind of a human in the form of a droid. You can have. They can introduce maybe 1 or 2 experimental droids that have never been seen before, but unless the Clone Wars cartoon introduces a whole different type of enemy, or a storyline that explains why there's a whole type of enemy that's not around later on.
Last transmission came from the other side of that rise.
Master, that disturbance in the Force.
It's Obi-Wan. He's in danger.
Master Plo is with him. We have to help them.
Captain Rex needs our help here and now. I'm sure Obi-Wan and Plo can take care of themselves.
So we're starting to see some conflict in the story, but the game is also splitting and ending these levels just at very abrupt, like, odd times. And Ahsoka is saying Master a lot again, which still feels creepy.
Still overrun with droids.
We must get to the communications room.
I suppose we'll just have to take a shortcut.
Definitely, I would argue that there was effort in programming designed to make this a 2-player game, where that effort in programming was really, really needed in let's see, it was needed in other instances. So, okay, so I now have everything I think I can purchase here, and I don't think I can really purchase anything here. And as far as cheats, I don't think we really need any of that. So going forward, we're gonna just try to get combat upgrades and make sure we can see all the levels.
Prepare yourself, Obi-Wan.
Considering this is a kids game, I would have expected them to tell a story straight and not jump between characters. Instead, require it in a way that you play as Obi-Wan, or maybe you play. Don't kill those guys. Oh, now you gotta crawl back up. I'll reappear. This is the mine guy. And then you got some side swiping here. Interesting. Why am I gonna respawn? All the way back here. Interesting. Yeah, they definitely needed you to play as Obi-Wan and Plo, and apparently the game was supposed to save me there and didn't. Let's see if it works that time. Yes, it does. Alright. Oh, actually, I think that will get me to the other side. Nope, this makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. Let's go this way.
When on a piston and launch into the air, you can.
Yep, and I was right about the tutorial stuff. The story would still play fine for kids, if, in my opinion at least, if you just had the game have the game focus on one character telling one tale, and then have us play the same
for a Jedi to pass.
story.
Short-circuit the console you can, using your lightsaber.
Another battle is upon us.
We've done this already. And you just tap X and it works. And now it says go all the way back, which is cool video game logic, but for collectibles and all, but not something we've seen before, and not something I really expected from a game like this, where it's been so consistently always forward. I would think kids games, and you have to sell this as a kids game. It doesn't sell as anything else, really. Like, I think you would want to adopt that always forward mentality. Let's try this and see what happens. Jump this way. There must be just like a double jump. No. So you have to jump, and then maybe you can jump here as they're moving around. I don't think this is worth your time, honestly. Whatever collectible is in the top of the screen, it's just not worth your time to mess with it. So let's just see if we can get a nice clean jump over this way. Collect these two. So yeah, there's a crystal over there that would give me some more points. And there's a platform in the background that I could have done. Apparently, the idea here is to be invulnerable.
You better run, Jedi.
Where'd I die? Right here.
We do keep their droid foundries busy.
And we've got a point multiplier. And when we get this, we'll try this with the point multiplier.
Are you up for a challenge, Master Plo?
So run up here,
I may be advanced
jump,
in years, but my skills are as
jump,
sharp as ever.
run, jump, jump, run, jump. I have like way more points than he does, which it would be great if you got to keep those points, but you don't. It gets changed. Look at the top left, it says 2440 points, and here it says 770 points. So those numbers do not equate. I'm noticing a consistency here that the running on pipes levels and doing things that are kind of like what you would expect to see in a factory. There's, I think, an artifact up there, but I can't see a way to get up there. Like, those elements are only happening with Plo and Obi-Wan, as if they were separate games just getting spliced together, which they very possibly might have been at some point, 2 games being spliced together. Still a decent number of places where you can just get an unfair death. And see, I have to jump on this guy and control him before Plo decides he wants to do something with him. And then every time I get these mine laying characters, it's just like get them, use them, and lay 3 mines. Didn't even have to do it a second time.
Bit of a predicament now.
So it would seem.
The screen's all tilted. What am I doing? Like, why am I tapping Y? What am I moving? It seems like I might be just screwing up. So this feels like I'm supposed to be jumping on the rock and then jumping to the next area. And maybe I needed to move the rocks or do something else. Come on. Definitely not getting a lot of variety, though. And what kind of space station is this that gravity applies to you, but not the rocks? Are these special Star Wars rocks that don't
I see much of
that float?
you, Master Kenobi.
Let's come over here. There's another thing to collect. I guess it was not too much. Oh, there was one more thing to collect. Okay. And you're just going up an elevator. Am I supposed to stay on this elevator, or am I supposed to avoid fire? Wow, you just stay on the elevator. That whole section, unnecessary.
You needn't worry, Count. Now please excuse me. I have company. Jedi.
We have
than I expected. No
some weird alien I've never heard of.
I'm just passing through.
Who are you?
I thought Jedi knew everything. In the name of the Republic, we are placing you under arrest. Take one more step, Jedi.
Interesting, threatening a bomb. That's never happened in Star Wars. So another 10-minute level. The story is just kind of slowly going forward, and we're gonna just jump back. No, I guess not. We're gonna still play as Obi-Wan, or maybe we're playing as the clone. I guess at some point they split the clone droids.
I think I can manage a blaster.
Like, they must have.
I see clones.
Yeah, I guess they must have split the group of 4 into 2 groups of 2, so that half of the entire game you're playing as these clone troopers that I imagine if you're a fan of the cartoon you'd enjoy, but if you're not, or trying to get into the cartoon, I don't think you'd be very happy with that.
This way, follow me.
And remember, you can use the right stick to target and shoot with these people, and you can duck down and do more defensive shooting. Maybe even do more damage. Theoretically, I have extra damage always enabled. We've been down this level though. We've definitely been down levels that look extremely similar to this, and not so far away from the past that most players would have forgotten. And we seem to be growing in the number of troopers we have behind us, for whatever that's worth. It's very odd to turn the camera around on the player.
Glad to see you, Commander. No time for conversation. We have to get to those escape pods.
So now we're back to 4 or 5 clone troopers, which may be the same clone troopers we were seeing at the beginning of the game, or it may just be a different group. It's hard to tell the difference. Like, even in episode 7, when they introduce, I believe, the character named Finn, who is a stormtrooper, who decides to stop being a stormtrooper. There's, let's see, like it was kind of difficult to move things around so that worked for Finn. I have to remember how to hack now. Apparently a couple of people just got into escape pods, which could mean that I'm about to get some more people in the escape pods. And more hacking, as if I'm the only one that can hack, which may be the case. I guess. Oh, no, the red lines up with its own thing. Interesting. We haven't seen that before. There's a red bar in the green bar. So we've got a couple of... like, I have no idea who this character is, actually. Whether he's somebody we're supposed to free or not. And what's this? Droid demolition.
Be warned, I'm in peak condition.
Let's see.
If you can. You're not worthy to polish my armor.
It's all so repetitive, though. Compared to the Lego Star Wars game, where you would do a level, it would take you probably 20 to 30 minutes to do a level in a Lego Star Wars game. You would go through what would have been a major scene in the movie, something that potentially may have taken 10 minutes in the movie to show, and then you would move on to the next scene in a Lego game, Lego Star Wars game, where you would be doing something completely different at a completely different area. Maybe I can buy some things. Maybe. The way this whole thing works is not great, because it doesn't highlight what you can purchase, it just highlights what you have purchased. So everything will be nice and blue when you're done, and until that point everything is just going to be dark gray, which is going to require me to go through a lot of these menus over and over again. Let's see. I don't think I want to buy droid dances. Blaster fire brightness increased. Why do I need 21 artifacts to unlock that? Like, as a cheat. That seems really ridiculous. Combo bar and extra damage. Force blast would be nice to continuously be able to do that and not have to hold. Obliterate every target in one hit would be nice for 100,000, but none of those really change too much. So another 30, basically 35 minutes now of this game, and it's still kind of tutorializing us, still bouncing around all over the place. I have no clue how long the game is, but if we were just introduced to the main bad guy's sidekick, in the green character that just blew up things, we may have hit the halfway point of this game, or maybe even we're past the halfway point. It is also possible that we're not going to fight Count Dooku at all. I do vaguely recall hearing something about every season having a different bad guy in the Clone Wars. And if this game is only around one season, and it's not going to be somebody like Count Dooku, which I guess you can't really fight Count Dooku because you have to fight him in episode 3 of the movie, and this all has to take place before that. It will just be a bunch of random enemies that you've never heard of, I guess. And I guess maybe that's part of the problem with the cartoon series, too. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to further follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. If you want to support me, gift me something on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.